Better lighting, better angle, better, I don't know, better pizza, Papa John's. See, I play too much. How y'all gonna take my testimony serious if I'm always playing? Anyway, so video 2 of my wilderness journey. I know that first video was everywhere, but that's because, y'all, sincerely, I haven't recorded in forever. I've been avoiding recording because, like I said, it's been just a lot of me trying to make sure I'm out of my wilderness, you know? Hopefully the wind is not super loud. Please, Jesus, cease the wind while I'm recording this video. Part 2, what happened? What happened during my wilderness season? I'm glad you asked, because I'm about to let y'all know. Some of this stuff I even had issues with before my wilderness season started. And again, I pray that my testimony and the things that I've been going through, even throughout the years, will set you free. Because I just want you to know that you're not alone with a lot of this stuff, and that even though you are going through these things, God still has an incredible purpose for your life. You are not damaged goods. Nothing is wrong with you. It's just been a part of your process. You feel me? So when I first got into my new apartment, my new everything, I told you I tried to bring some old things with me. I tried to bring old people, old habits, old everything, and God was like, yeah, that's not gonna fly. I brought you here because these are the training grounds for you to shed this old person that you have been for many years and to step into the newness that I have for you. So he started just shedding me, breaking soul ties from people that I had been dealing with throughout college. And when I'm saying breaking those ties, I mean, God did a complete removal. I mean, it was incredible. Like, he did a complete removal of all men in my life. Complete. None of them could even, like I said, even when I stepped out of his will and was like, okay, but Lord, I'm lonely, or I just want somebody to just come over and talk to, and then I would let them know the new place that I'm staying and would allow them to come over. God was like, oh yeah, never again. This person is never going to contact you again. I'm actually going to rip them out of your life because you're not understanding what I'm doing. And so I'm going to continue to hurt you until you understand what we're doing, RelliKay. Yeah, he did a complete removal of all of the men in my life. He began the breaking of I don't even know how many years. Let's just go with 15 plus year addiction to pornography. He began to break that. And y'all, when I tell you, God is so good. But anyways, you wouldn't know that unless I told you. Yeah. He began to break that when I transitioned into that new place. He continued to break my finances. I went from somebody who really didn't have to ask anybody for anything to somebody who was severely in need. And again, nobody knew that because, again, he was still breaking that spirit of pride within me. But I'm telling you, my finances depleted. When I was there, my finances were extremely depleted. Like before then, I guess you can say I had help because my sister was there. That's a whole nother topic. But before then, I really didn't have no money. But then when I transitioned to buy myself, oh baby, I really didn't have no money. Like I said, fixed income. Literally, God gave me enough for needs. When it came to some wants, he was like, we'll get there. Maybe sometimes, but we'll get there. But yeah, he completely broke my finances, but that was to show me that he was my provision. He's been my provision my whole life, but again, in hindsight, you see all of these things and you see the lessons that God was trying to teach you, and you see everything coming together, and you like, wow, Lord, like that completely makes sense. Then, oh, I was so hurt. I was hurting emotionally because I was holding the spirit of rejection on me. The spirits, I just had a lot of spirits that we'll go into later. He brought certain health issues to my attention during this time. And like I said, this was a 2-year period of when I was in this season at this in this certain community. Certain health issues he brought to my attention that I didn't know. He just brought all baggage and trauma that I was dealing with to the surface. And you know, with trauma, it's kind of tricky because you don't really know that things are still bothering you. Right. You don't really know what's still bothering you until God brings it to your attention. Until you really try to get in right relationship with God and he brings it to your attention to show you, like, you didn't know that this has still been affecting you, but the way you've been living out your life, you've been living it out through this trauma. Man. And that's something else that I had to deal with during this time. My coping, he was trying to shift the way I coped with things, because as I told y'all, for years, and mom, dad, whatever, like, I mean, y'all are gonna hear this, but hopefully this sets y'all free too as parents. Like, I told y'all I was dealing with years and years and years of an addiction to porn. And that was my way to cope. Like, I know I'll feel better if I run to this. You feel me? Trying to cope with old things, he was teaching me, I am doing a new thing. And I need you to get on board, because this old stuff is not going to set you free. And so, the goal is freedom. I always say that. I always say the goal is freedom, because why do you want to live on this earth in bondage? I think that can be a question that you would want to ask yourself. That's a question that I had to continually deal with. Even trying to remain free now, that's just still a question that you have to ask yourself. Why do you want to be in bondage? Why would you like to remain in bondage? What is the point? When God is trying to do a new thing in your life, when he's trying to bring newness into who you are so that you can actually be effective in this earth to do his work. So yeah, I'm probably leaving out a lot of details, but that's because, again, that was, at this point, that was about 2 years ago. Y'all, my dates and my years, they be getting mixed up because, again, there's always something else, something new going on. To sum all of that up, that's really what happened within those 2 years. A lot of those financial lessons, a lot of those breaking of addictions, a lot of God showing me that he's God and I'm nothing. Like, I mean, I am something because he has called me to be someone, you know, but outside of him, what am I? Because I thought I was somebody outside of him, outside of his will, continually trying to do things my way, trying to keep control. Ooh, that control word. Trying to keep control of things that I don't have control over. Don't have control. And yeah, through a lot of those lessons, God has truly been setting me free. I'm speaking present tense now because there's freedom now. Baby, there's freedom. But back then, it wasn't. I was on my way to freedom, but it just took a lot of breaking and rebuilding. That is the best way I can sum that up. So video 2 of what happened in my wilderness, that is a summary of what happened. A lot of breaking and building. And so video 3, I'm coming at you. It's getting a little hot. I love it though. I love being in the sun. But yeah, video 3, we're gonna go into the title of video 3 is funny. I didn't even know I wrote that. To work or not to work? Yeah, because me and Jobs, we've had our fun. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.